du jour lately.
Yes, it
and
is.
you have a market-based fair pay range that's publicly known to everybody, and the people are within that range. No one has to be embarrassed by what they're paid.
So the idea when people would say you could get fired for sharing your pay information.
Okay, that's completely illegal. That is a violation of the National Labor Relations Act. If you have a handbook that says you're getting fired if you discuss pay, you've just violated a rule under the National Labor Relations Act. Yeah.
And you're shaking your head like, yeah, of course. And I'm like, I've
But
heard
this
that.
happens all the time.
Yes, I've heard that all the time.
We have clients that say, here's my handbook, tell me what's wrong with it, and then I'll tell you whether or not I want your services. And we go maybe through 2 pages and say, you have like 5 illegalities in here. And just so everybody knows, we're not employment law attorneys. We know the line between HR expertise and when we have to involve an employment law attorney. But we do know enough about labor law compliance to say, yeah, you can't have that in your handbook.
Is that one that when, like, you tell me things and the light bulb comes on, is that one right there that a lot of people think is just for sure? Mm-hmm. They tell you that and, that's it.
Well, because what you think about it is, it's all, every company I've worked with has had that policy in place, so it must be the right thing to do.
Yes.
And the other thing is, it's not like when you go and get a business license with Chesterfield County, for example, they say, here, pass this HR test before you can open your business. People do things that they think are reasonable, not knowing that they've violated them.
And we've talked about how can people find information about Inspiring HR?
InspiringHR.com. You can find Mindy Flanagan on LinkedIn personally. You can find our company page. We also have a YouTube channel. And if anybody's curious about the state of affairs with their current HR infrastructure, we have a free HR checkup tool right on our website.
A lot of entrepreneurs out there, they know what they know.
Yeah.
How to make widgets, how to talk on the radio, how to do whatever, and all of a sudden they want to become a business owner. At what point, and we've had the conversation, so this is not me asking because I know I'm clear on it. We've had the conversation. At what point do they need to contact you?
At what point is your lack of HR systems and processes keeping you up at night? It's what sometimes we call the 3 a.m. fears. If you're going to bed every night with that knot in your stomach saying, I really got to figure this out, or somebody else needs to write this down, or I need to hire a COO because I might be good at making widgets, but I'm not good at leading people. These are the red flags where suddenly you say, I probably need help. This expands beyond what I'm able to accomplish myself.
One of Mindy Flanagan is here talking some amazing topics. It has to do, HR a lot of times isn't the most exciting, I'm sorry, ma'am.
It's not. No, you're right.
It's.
I mean, I love it, but
I'm sure.
Because I know it and I'm passionate about making sure it continues to improve.
And it is, like you said, it is the backbone of businesses. And it's not the one it's not the sexy one. It's the one that kind of keeps you out of trouble.
Yeah.
It's not the sales when the guys say, hey, we're ringing up for Bob. He's the best salesman. And he's the toast of the company. And he walks around like that. Sue is the very best at what she does. And she walks around like that. But the HR person is kind of quietly keeping everything within the guidelines. Mm-hmm. How do you explain that to a boss who thinks that like when I bring my handbook to you, I'm like, you can get my business. Tell me what's wrong.
And I would say to you, you can't save this handbook. Let us create a new one for you that actually speaks to your culture. And when you hand it to a new employee, you're proud of what it says within it because we've customized it to suit your business and only your business. It's not some vanilla template that just checks a box.